Hey everyone, it's your girl Sanj. Y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is so good to have you back. And honestly, y'all, today for this video, we're just really gonna be talking about how to rock your natural hair confidently. And this is something that how do I say this? Unfortunately, this can be a struggle for folks with non-straight hair, whether it's curly, whether it's kinky, whether you mixed, multiracial, black, whatever it is. If you don't have naturally straight hair, there can be just this process of embracing whatever texture that it is that you have and learning how to rock it confidently. And this goes for women of all different hair textures, right? Like we have our people who are getting up every morning to straighten their hair because they have loose waves or something curly. We have people who might be struggling with getting locks because they're like, yo, you know, what are people gonna think? What am I gonna do in the office? Or rocking your fro. So we're gonna be unpacking all of that. I'm gonna share with y'all some of my story and my experience. And yeah, my heart is really just to encourage you all wherever you are on the journey. My heart and what I'm not trying to do is come for anybody who wears wigs or weaves or prefers to wear their hair straight, right? Like this is not a coming for you type of conversation. I just want to call y'all in on people who are interested in rocking and learning how to embrace and love and be confident in their natural hair more, and help y'all out with that. So if you are new here, go on and hit that young subscribe button. I would love to see you back. And thank you so much to y'all who are not new here for coming back. We just gonna get right into this. And also, if you notice that my voice is a little deeper than usual, I promise I'm not trying to do a Miley Cyrus impression. I think her voice is dope. But really, I've just had this allergy cough for probably like 3 weeks now. And I feel fine for the most part, but my throat is still kind of, and it gives me like the slightly scratchy voice. So I'm gonna work with it, rock with it, and we just gonna keep it moving. And so with that, y'all, when thinking about how to rock your locks or natural hair confidently, first we have to understand why this is even a topic, right, to discuss. Like, why is it not normal, or why do we feel like we have to work a little bit to feel confident rocking our natural hair? The reason for that is quite complex, and there's a lot of reasons. But one of the main reasons, at least in my opinion, is because, at least speaking for in the US, culture and what has been celebrated as beautiful has been long, straight hair, right? A very Eurocentric picture of beauty. And that picture of beauty is beautiful, right? If you have long, straight hair, that's beautiful. The issue is not that that's celebrated. The issue is that that's the only thing that's celebrated. And so what that does for people who don't look like that, or who God gave different textures or different colors, right, is you have to work to see yourself as beautiful, to see your hair as adequate and as sexy, of all kinds of things, right? Because you've kind of been conditioned to believe that, oh, this is what it looks like, I should aspire to look like this. And speaking specifically to my Black women out there, for us, there's another level added on to this, right? And also a very unique history coming from colonization and slavery and different things. But there is a level with Black women where we've been conditioned to feel like our hair is not attractive, and to be attractive, we need to purchase hair that is long and straight, hence weaves, hence wigs, right? And so I mentioned at the beginning that I'm not coming for anybody who wears wigs and weaves. Sometimes you may just want a new look, okay? That's not an issue. What the issue that I want to confront is when we're doing those things out of a place of inadequacy because we feel like whatever it is that we have is not good enough, is not beautiful, is too much work, and have a lot of negative associations with it. That's when there's a problem, right? But if you popping on a wig or a weave because you like to switch up the styles, you know, maybe a lifestyle, it's better that way, but it's not coming from a place of hating your own natural hair, that's cool. Personally, I told my husband every 10 years I'll pop on a wig for him, you know, so he can, you know, see me a little different because locks, you know, they kind of look the same and then they grow. So anyway, the point there is the issue we're going at is those feelings of inadequacy. And so the first thing to do, y'all, is to recognize it, to understand it, so that when you're feeling it and you're feeling that discomfort of like, ooh, I want to go to this party, should I put my wig on? When you're feeling that, you know that you're not crazy and you're also not alone. But there is so much freedom in acceptance, right? And in embracing what you have and affirming what you have. And so, y'all, speaking personally, this is what I believe. We are all created in God's image, right? And there are some divine decisions that He made about us, one of which is our ethnicity and our hair texture. It's super unique, right? Like it varies from person to person all around the globe. And if He thought it fit to give me this hair, okay, this texture, to me, it's a disservice to myself and to Him to say, hey, God, what you did, it was ugly. I don't like that. You know, that's just not the heart of me wanting to trust my God, trust that He knew what He was doing when He designed me, designed this, gave me this, made me a part of this culture, right? And so with the time I have, I'm trying to run it up, y'all. And so with that, that's kind of step 2 in terms of rocking with confidence. First step is acknowledge that you're not alone and there's reasons why you're maybe struggling with it. Step 2 is recognizing like, yo, God gave this to me and this is a gift. It's unique, it's beautiful. Sure, maybe I have to invest a little bit more time in learning how to take care of it or how to rock it, but there's nothing wrong with it, you know? So that's step 2. Step 3, y'all, is I really think it's important to surround yourself with images and with people that are going to stand in agreement with you on the fact that, yes, you know, this is beautiful, especially when you're in a place of feeling like kind of uncomfortable. So that could look like following some new people on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook who wear their natural hair. It could mean kind of perhaps cutting out some different media images, or not engaging in conversation or listening to things that are really negative around Black features, Black hair, or whatever type of hair or culture you come from. That's step 3, and that can be really helpful because what that does is it starts to show you and teach you that like, hey, this is normal, I'm not alone, this is beautiful, she's rocking it, I could do it too, right? Like, right or wrong, as humans, we're kind of like that. We like to feel like we're a part of a community and like we're not the only ones doing something, and there's encouragement to be found in that. I think God designed it that way. So yes, get yourself some beautiful affirming images. You can even create, like perhaps put some pictures up on the wall by your office, things that you're inspired by, that represent and look similar to what your hair or what your look is, that can help you step out there in confidence. And then another important thing that is really key is to know that your hair and you simply existing in the way that, you know, and letting your hair exist is not a crime. And what I mean by that is companies, right? There's some systemic racism embedded in there where a lot of women who are scared to do this, a lot of times it has to do with work. They're like, oh, how are people going to receive me at work? Are they going to think I'm professional? You know, am I going to get in trouble for wearing my hair this way? One, that should never, ever, ever be a thing. And if it is, you can sue for discrimination, okay? But the bigger thing beyond any legal part of that is knowing and understanding that you have every right to show up as your full self, every right as any other person, and that is a right? So your hair, however you choose to wear it, is really not nobody's business. And so if you are encountering that at work, know that you're not alone, unfortunately. And I don't say unfortunately because I want you to be alone. I say unfortunately, you know, people deal with this, especially in more corporate environments. But there's something to be said when one woman does it, one person does it, right? And then somebody else does it, and somebody else does it. And all of a sudden there's all these different images normalizing it, because natural hair is normal, right? It is. And by normal, I mean natural, like, it's just hair. If somebody else can wear their hair straight, I should be able to wear my hair curly. So know that, and know that you stepping into embracing your natural hair, whether it's for a week, right? Like, I'm not saying you necessarily have to wear it natural all the time and forgo all kinds of extensions or anything. That's completely up to you. But know that when you take that step, you are making it that much easier for other women to take that same step. Also for our babies, right? Like our young girls who are coming up, already having to deal with all kinds of issues related to, you know, self-esteem and self-image and confidence and all these things, that you stepping out in your beautiful fullness gives other people permission and confidence to do the same. So yes, y'all, and honestly, you can start small. You can maybe take one day a week to have, you know, kind of a love on your natural hair day. Maybe you rock it out to the grocery store and then come on back. Maybe you wear some wigs the rest of the week, okay? And then you try it again the next week. Sometimes it's just practice in terms of getting used to feeling comfortable, but I really believe that the turning point for this is when you fully believe and internalize the fact that your hair is a gift. It's not, and it wasn't given to you to be a burden, right? Like, we serve a good God. It's a gift. And if you can love it and embrace it and make it work with, you know, your lifestyle, whatever that looks like, there is so much peace in that. There's time saved in that, okay? Because how many of y'all know we be in these beauty shops for hours, and it can be a good time. To be honest, it can be a good time, but sometimes it's not a good time and you'd rather be doing something else. So y'all, I hope that this was helpful to you and encouraging to you. Like I said, y'all, this is not about shaming anyone for the way they do or don't wear their hair. This is just about letting you know that you can rock your hair with confidence, that it is completely okay to want to rock your natural hair and feel good about it. It is completely okay. It is a journey, and I can tell you, as someone who is, gosh, I'm 6 years natural now. I'll be 1 year locked next week. Woo! And the other 5 years was loose natural, that I have come into such a new relationship with myself, with my understanding of myself, with God, with society, right? Because I'm not looking externally to other sources of people to affirm me or tell me, yes, this is okay, yes, this is not okay, right? It's like, God, you and me, and also me. What do you think? What do I think? And that is where the confidence comes from, right? So yeah, y'all, do it. do it, take the first step, and I would love to hear about it. Go on and drop me a comment, okay? I will respond. And also, I would love to see you come on back around. I love to have these conversations, to keep it real, to share, and that's really what it's about here on the I Am Sons channel. So thank you so much for giving me your time, and I'll see y'all next time.